Not quite afternoon yet, so probably by the time it reaches you, this video, it will be afternoon. Good afternoon, stroke, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone had a good old night's sleep, and I hope everyone is going to have a very, very good weekend. Welcome to my channel, guys, Joey Barnett TV, where I like to upload different content as much as I possibly can. Um, and yeah, I bring a variety of different content to the table, and all the stuff which I do bring to my channel is 100% the truth. It's 100% real. It's genuine. It's honest. It's all come from my heart. None of the stories are fabricated, made up. Everything which you hear coming out of my mouth is bang, the truth. So yeah, guys. As I say, I hope everyone is going to have a good weekend, and we're all out on the bikes tomorrow. So yeah, and the sun's out. I can't moan, can I? Motocross comes before anything, and I've always loved it with a passion, and I love going out. So I haven't been out for a while, actually, for about 6 weeks, and I'm well overdue. So yeah, a few of us are going out tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll have the GoPro up and running, and I'll film some footage for you guys. But yeah, touching on a story which I was talking about yesterday, being a prison listener in Parkhurst Prison. Now, a few years later, when I got recalled on that 13-year sentence and got another carpet, got another 3 years on top for a separate offence, which would have been around 2006. Yeah, it would have been 2006, something like that, maybe even 2007. But I got a recall and got, as I say, got the 3 year and got the recall. So that made me my sentence, the new 3 year sentence which I was doing was, and my recall was running together. And then when my sentence finished, when the 3 year sentence finished, I had to carry on the recall. So by the time I've got out from the 13-year sentence, I'd done literally every single day of that sentence, and I didn't have no license, nothing, no conditions whatsoever. I know nowadays they do things like put extended licenses on people, and things like that, but I wasn't one of them prolific offenders which was going in and out of jail for minor offences. I was an offender, but I wasn't a minor offender. So when I was going to jail, I was doing like 3 years, 5 years, 18 months. You know, I've done the DCs and the Balls, as I said, and I've done the young offenders. I'm not glamorising it, but I'm just saying the experience what I've got from prison is on a different level. And yes, in the Cat A system too, and in most of the Cat Bs, the trainees, the long termers, the Parkhurst, the swell sides, the Blunderstons. You know, I've done the circuit. I really have done the circuit, and I know all the boys, and all the boys know me, and we do talk on a daily basis. Actually, I might even give a few of the lads a shout out. But yeah, them Cat A jails. You know, if you could get through them Cat A jails, do years at a time on them landings of them Cat A jails, you had to be, on the button, to say the least. You couldn't slip. And you had to be fine tuned. To be honest with you, you had to be a soldier to get through it, because of the crimes and the violence and the things what was going on in them Cat A jails was like completely on a different level. For a few people that had a beef, they went into the cells and someone stood on the door to make sure that no one else could go in, and they went inside the cell and sorted their differences out. But 9 times out of 10, they was both going to outside the hospitals. They was both going in the cell with intentions of, what I'm talking about, which I'm not going to put on here. But yeah, like constant. Do you know what I mean? Both at each other. It was that type of jail. It wasn't the type of jail you could just go bang and knock someone out, or give someone a right hander or a left hander, shake their hands and it'd be over and done with. It wasn't that type of jail like BCAT local jails are, like Wandsworth, Brixton, the Ville, the Scrubs. All them local jails, they're all like not idiots in there, but they're petty crimes. When I'm talking about Cat A jails, you had to be half a chap, or your crimes had to fit the criteria of going into these Cat A jails. So you couldn't be going into these Cat A jails doing like 2 years or 3 years for house burglaries and things like that. You had to actually fit the criteria of going into them jails to start off with, you know. But yeah, the things what I witnessed in them Cat A jails, I couldn't even try to start to explain to you how much violence and what I witnessed in it, because it's completely on a different level. And maybe I'll do a video on that on a separate video. But yeah, this video which we're doing today is going to be about Wayland, which is a sea cat jail which I went to in 2007. So as I said, the 13-year sentence had finished. I'd got out, you know, and got nicked again on something else. But touch wood, it was only something small what they got me for. Actually, it was a commercial burglary of a warehouse. We had a Luton van outside. So yeah, I'm not going to glamorise crime whatsoever, but that's what I was nicked for, and that's what I got the 3 years for. So basically, when I went into Wayland, you know, the screws obviously know who I was. They got my page 16. They've got my bit of background, and they knew that I was a prison listener. I'd done the Samaritans course, and you know, they knew that my experience, what I had, was on another level. It's not something which I've read out of a book, read off a computer, or studied. It was first-hand experience what I had, and I was very, very sought after as a listener in every jail I went to. But yeah, in Wayland, I jumped straight onto the listeners course in there, just to have a little brush up. Completed that again a second time round, and those used me as a listener. So I'm going to just tell you one quick story. 1 minute.